a huge win against Gukesh with the black pieces, and what a crazy game. Can you talk us through some of the critical moments?
Yeah, I think the opening was very interesting. It was very, very sharp. I think all the games went in somewhat different directions, and they were all really sharp fights. But I was at least reasonably happy with my position after I played knight f takes d5, and okay, he has the bishop pair, but I thought I have some kind of strategic advantage with the central pawns, but I wasn't 100% sure. Then he came up with an interesting idea, rook a1. I was very surprised because he gives up castling rights, but he just goes for this a4, a5 plan. And then I think it was balanced, but that definitely the biggest critical moment early on was that I sacked a pawn with d5 take and queen b4, going for a direct attack. That was like the big critical moment. I was hesitating, of course, because it's very risky. I give him a past g7 pawn. Then it was super sharp. I wouldn't be surprised if we both made very serious mistakes. And I thought knight takes d4 was a surprising mistake from him. C takes d4. Okay, he's definitely on the better side of it. Knight takes d4. He's going maybe like, I don't know, it could be good for white, could be losing for white. You never know. So I was really surprised. I don't know if it was calculated or just an oversight. But yeah, after that, h4 I think was a final mistake. I mean, that at least that's what I felt. Maybe he still had chances after that, but before that I wasn't sure. If he plays king d3, for example, he tries to keep the blockade on f3, or king d3, or yeah, I think king d3 was what I was looking at. But instead, h4, he allowed me to start attacking his pawns, and then he's kind of counting on his g pawn, but it's never really moving so easily. So after that, I thought I have very good winning chances.
And just a very quick question. You were the third player yesterday to pick an opponent. You had a choice between Gukesh and Abdusattorov. Can you tell us quickly why you picked Gukesh?
Well, it's not an easy decision. It's not like one player is clearly stronger than the other. They're both super strong. They're both top in the world. I thought it would be interesting to play Gukesh, first of all, because he is the world champion. And a victory against the world champion, if I manage it, is very meaningful to me. I guess to everyone would be very meaningful. And the other reason was because I thought maybe if we get into a rapid playoff, that it could be maybe a bit more dangerous to play Noterbeck, but that's also, basically a shot in the dark. Like, they're both super strong, and it's yeah, it really came down to yesterday. I mean, the game today, of course, he probably could have posed more problems for me, and he tried to sacrifice a pawn and create some imbalances, but it wasn't. I don't think it was a situation to do so. It was right out of the opening, and I didn't make any mistakes, like conceptual mistakes. Sometimes a pawn sacrifice can be very, very dangerous, but in this case, it was just like on move 4. I so far haven't done anything to. My position doesn't deserve that violent treatment, I thought. So, yeah, that's what happens. Like, he went for it. It just didn't work out. His compensation completely fizzled out to an extent where he was just in a hopeless situation very early on. He didn't want to prolong the torture, which I do understand as well, because I think his chance of winning that was approximately zero.
Yeah.
Barring a medical emergency, it was about zero. And yeah, I think that the starting position maybe isn't too favorable to play for a win. So it really comes down to that game yesterday, which was super close. And if it had been a different result, we would have also seen a different game today.